If you're looking to get started with comprehensible input in your classes, Movie Talk is my all-time favorite gateway activity. And what I mean by that is it's my favorite activity to kind of dip your toes in without feeling overwhelmed or stressed. It's engaging for your students, offers tons of opportunity for input, and is scaffolded both for them and for you, which is really nice. In this video, I'll share with you the exact plan and materials I use for a fun Thanksgiving-themed Movie Talk. Hey, my name is Ashley, aka Señorita Spanish, where I provide easy-to-use resources to save you time and energy while you're lesson planning. If you're new here, I just want to make sure that you know that links to everything that I mentioned in this video will be down in the description box below. Okay, so let's talk about Movie Talk itself. If you're not familiar with it, this was a strategy developed by Dr. Ashley Hastings, and it is a lot simpler than what I'm going to show you because it's the original, no lesson plan. What you do is you show a movie or you show a clip and you talk about it, you narrate it in comprehensible language for your students. That is one way to do Movie Talk, and it is the way to do Movie Talk. However, I have mentioned before on this channel, I am pretty type A, and I really like having a very scaffolded kind of plan for my Movie Talks. And part of this is because I have always taught in a large department where we have a very, very, very specific outline, pacing guide, curriculum that we have to follow. So when I do Movie Talks, I need to make sure that I am covering the material that I'm supposed to cover. So one of the ways that I do that is by pre-planning my Movie Talks, by taking screenshots, by adding vocab, by adding scaffolding, both for me and for them, right? So it's visual scaffolding for the students, but it also is scaffolding, in a sense, the Movie Talk for me, so I stay on target with what we're talking about, the verbs that I needed to use or wanted to use, and the vocabulary that I wanted to focus on. So that's kind of a key distinction in how Movie Talk is supposed to be versus how it's going to look in this plan that I'm sharing with you today. I just wanted to make sure that you're aware that there is a little bit of a difference there. So I just have a quick question for you. Have you done a Movie Talk before? Yes or no? Comment below and let me know. Okay, let's talk about the actual lesson plan for this Thanksgiving-themed Movie Talk. First things first, as always, I always start off with my start of class routine, and I have other videos where I talk about this, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. The gist is that we do a social-emotional check-in where I ask students how they are, we talk about what day it is and what's going on that day, and then we also talk about the weather. Again, if you want to hear more about that or see more about that, make sure you check out my video here for all the details. Next, we do whatever the daily routine is. And again, I have other videos where I go into this in much more detail, but if it's Monday, we're usually doing weekend chat. If it's Tuesday, free voluntary reading. Wednesday is Música Miércoles. Jueves, we do Persona Especial. And Viernes, we're talking about weekend chat again, only we're talking about the coming weekend instead of the weekend we just had. So if you want to learn more about any of those routines, I'll make sure to link my playlist for you down in the description box below. Okay, after the start of class routine and whatever our daily routine is for the day, it's been about 15, maybe 20 minutes of our class period. So we're going to move on to the actual Movie Talk part of the day. What I like to start with is some sort of vocabulary kind of warm-up or priming. Some of this vocab is going to be new to them, so I just want to give them a little chance to kind of explore. Some of it's not new to them, but maybe it's been a little while or they maybe just need a refresher. So we'll start with a simple emoji matching activity where they're seeing visuals and the words and they're matching them together. I do this on the computer because my schools have always been one-to-one, but I do have a printable version of this warm-up activity that's included in the free download for you. And like I mentioned before, all of this stuff is going to be down in the description box below this video. Okay, after they've done the warm-up and we kind of have walked through it and just double-checked, make sure everybody's on the same page, we're going to do the actual Movie Talk. You can easily just play and pause the video and talk about it, just like I talked about is like the traditional, original Movie Talk. But I always have had problems with my screen, like not responding when I tap it to pause it and things like that. So I like to take screenshots ahead of time and embed them in a slideshow. And in that slideshow, I always put the question words right on top because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of asking questions. And I usually put vocabulary words that I anticipate that we're going to need and or have planned on, kind of going in that direction. After the vocabulary activity and the actual Movie Talk itself, where I'm talking them through the slides and asking them questions about what's going on the screen, we will watch the full video. And I say full video because it's not even 2 minutes long. Finally, students finish the lesson plan by doing a quick rewrite, retell. I do kind of create a comic version for this where students look at the pictures and then write in their own words or write from their memory what happened in the story as we told it during the Movie Talk. That's it, that's the whole day. Like I mentioned before, links to everything, so the vocab warm-up, the actual slide, the follow-up activity, all of that is linked down below in the description of this video, so you can go ahead and grab it and use it for a lesson plan. I love to use it pretty much anytime in the month of November, but it's also a great option for the last day right before break when you just need something and it's not going to be a huge deal if the students miss it, that kind of thing. I hope your students love this activity like mine always have. If you need more ideas for Thanksgiving themed activities you can use in your classes this month, make sure you check out my video here with 12 ideas for Thanksgiving themed activities you can do in any level of your Spanish classes.